Strap for cash or anything else, try financial continuous improvement. CI stands for continuous improvement. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 1589 of What's You Up To Now, documenting the journey, business journey primarily, as I transition from the brick and mortar corporate world of business to the online world of business, and back and forth again since the COVID pandemic, because I realized the importance of not just being in the online world, but being in the offline world as well, because we need to do more for people and their lives and our lives than just focus on the online, internet, non-physical world. I think our physical world needs a whole lot of help, and it's up to us as entrepreneurs to provide that help. So our idiom, our expression, our final financial, we're finishing up the financial well-being area of our annual challenge. We focus on finances for the month of May. And so the last day of the month, I like to talk about, or the last day of the segment, whatever the segment is, I like to talk about continuous improvement in the area that we're focusing on. So this month we're focusing on finances, and that means financial continuous improvement. And to me, continuous improvement means I'm just making progress toward what it is that I want for that area or aspect of my life. So I'm just making progress, continually moving toward what it is that I want financially. That's how I define continuous improvement, making progress toward what you want, what I want, you want, because what you want is different than what I want, etc. So today, our assignment, our action item is just to think about and commit to one thing moving forward for the rest of the year with respect to your financial well-being and your financial health that you're committed to doing, and then share that thing in the comments below so that we can hold one another accountable. And we're not going to beat each other up if we don't do it. I mean, sometimes I set a goal or an objective or a timeline and it doesn't go exactly as I planned, but I still plan it out, and I make my commitments and the steps along the way. But sometimes I'll miss a step. Life happens, and we don't always get to do exactly what we planned on doing, the timing that we planned on doing it, right? Sometimes I got to change around my schedule. There's holidays that come up, right? And if I haven't planned for doing certain activities during those days, I have to move my schedule around. Guess what? Our life needs to flow in the direction we want it to go. It doesn't have to be exactly the way we lay it out. Otherwise, we're going to be feeling frustrated all the time. If we want to hold to a tight, stringent, strict schedule of timing and events, we're going to be disappointed all the time, because sometimes it's going to rain when you wanted to go on a picnic. Sometimes there's things that are absolutely positively outside of our control, and we have to be willing and flexible enough to figure out what to do no matter what's going on around us. That's what I love about the annual challenge, is it's helping us to make changes and challenges an automatic part of our personal growth and development, right? We're taking those and erasing anything negative associated with changes and challenges, and not erasing it, but knowing how to experience the bad part of it and learn from it as quickly as possible so that we can do what's best for us in any given situation. So today, our idiom, our final financial idiom, was strapped for cash. And this is an idiom that originated in the mid 1800s, at least in the United States. And it meant strapped. It was called just strapped. Hey, I'm strapped. I can't afford to do that. You know, I can't afford to move out west because I'm strapped for cash. Or I'm strapped, meaning I'm tied and I can't do something because I don't have the resources I need to do it right now or yet. I like to say I'm strapped this instant, but that doesn't mean tomorrow I'm not going to be available and able to do the thing that I want. So it later became known as strapped for cash, and then strapped for anything we're lacking or there's a shortage of. We say we're strapped. Hey, I'm strapped for time. I can't go to lunch with you today. You know, I've got a report due. Whatever it is, anything that we don't have enough of, we can say we're strapped. We were all strapped for toilet paper and hand sanitizer and face masks and everything else during the COVID pandemic, yet we seem to have survived. So I posed the question to my business owner friends and my business friends: is your business currently strapped for anything? Because I work with a lot of businesses, and they're finding they're having to change their recipes, their formulation, their processes, because some of the raw materials that they need to get, they're not able to get. Some of my favorite restaurants have changed the way they make some of their dishes, because they can't get the cheese or the different meats or the things that they're used to using in those recipes. So I'm curious, are you currently experiencing any type of a shortage right now? If you're a mom, I know you might be experiencing a formula shortage. Baby formula has been, we've been strapped for baby formula here in the United States, and not even going to go into all the reasons for that, but we have been. And so if you're a mom, just think of how afraid you are if you're not able to get the formula that your baby needs in order to survive. Super duper fear mongering and fear inducing activity, right? Or event. So are you currently experiencing any kind of a shortage or lack? Now, I'm not talking about high gas prices and inflation. I'm talking about you can't even get gas. That would be a strap for gas. Share those in the comments below, because I'm just curious what's really going on in our lives versus what the media is saying going on in our lives. I know we have a baby in the house, and my daughter breastfed for her first year mostly, and now as the baby formula shortage was coming in, she already switched to milk. So we never experienced, but she was using a kind of baby formula. It just turns out that the type baby formula she was using once in a while wasn't one that ever had a shortage. However, that started to become harder to find because all the other baby formulas that other people were used to using were gone, and then people started buying this baby formula. So experienced a teeny bit of that, but not really, because luckily my granddaughter was old enough that she didn't need baby formula anymore. But I can imagine if and when I was a mom, and if I wasn't breastfeeding, or if you had, everybody says, well, just go breastfeed. Well, that's so ridiculous. And I would believe only men are saying that, or women that never breastfed, because that once you stop breastfeeding, your only alternative, if your baby isn't old enough, is that you need formula to supplement. That's what babies eat, right? That's what babies consume to get the nutrition that they need in order to survive. So, again, topics in the news, and I'm just curious, is are we experiencing that? Because I know personally, all of the racism and all of the white privilege and all the stuff that comes up in the media, and the whole George Floyd riots that were called peaceful protests. I have firsthand experience with many of those things, and I know the way the media is portraying them and what I'm actually observing and experiencing are, totally different things. And so I'm curious about the whole strap for things. Are we having shortages, or is it just an area by area thing that you're experiencing? Share those in the comments below. Otherwise, go out, have an awesome day. Always after a holiday weekend, we always seem to be busy and busier than usual, kind of catching up and getting back into our routines. So if I can help you anyway, ask. Otherwise, I'll be with you tomorrow, and we're going to hop into the relationship area and aspect of our annual challenge. We'll be talking about that for the month of June. All right, have an awesome day. I will be with you tomorrow. Let me know if I can help you in any way.